Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. How we all doing? Let's talk about Mia LaRue's withdrawal from Beach Universe. I've seen a lot of insensitive videos about her, and everybody have their opinion, and I'm going to blame anybody for having their opinion. But I don't feel it's right for people to be insensitive to what she is going through as a woman, as a deaf woman. If you have been with a deaf person or someone that is using an implant, a hearing aid, you will know that it's very difficult for them to understand or hear. They struggle to hear things because of the way the hearing aid works. Like when you talk, the hearing aid have to transmit whatever you've said to them. So it's a real life struggle for them. According to the statement that was put out here, she have to withdraw because of his health issue, underlying health issues that she have to deal with. Of course, we know it. Of course, when you reason it, you know that it have to do with her hearing aid and hearing in general. As a deaf woman in this content, or as a deaf woman in this competition, it's going to be difficult for her to cope. It's going to be difficult for her to understand. It's going to be difficult for her to meet up with everything that was going on, because now she have to deal with over 100 and something people who can hear clearly, who can understand clearly. So it was, I can feel that it was a real life struggle for her. You search the internet and see videos of how she explained how she could hear, you will know that she struggles a lot with understanding what people are saying, because of course the hearing aid have to transmit whatever you say to her, and it doesn't happen immediately. When you say come, the hearing aid will transmit it to her before she can be able to understand. So if you are talking with her, you have to be patient with her to know that before she can be able to catch up with where you are. But in this competition right now, there are over 100 people that can hear clearly. So it's going to be a real life situation for her, because when they say jump, everybody is jumping up immediately. But her hearing aid has to transmit to her jump before she can be able to jump. Let's look at some of the videos where she explained.
You can hear. I know you can hear, but perhaps you want to explain it to us.
So I am fully deaf. Without my cochlear implant, I have 100% hearing loss. I take it off at night and charge it and sleep very well.
I love it.
Yeah, and then when I wear the cochlear implant, I am able to hear some sound. It's extremely amazing technology. It's able to catch up sound on the processor, and then I have an implant that stimulates the nerves in my brain. That helps me to hear the sound, but it sounds different.
Yeah.
It's not the way you hear sound. I cannot explain how it sounds because I have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
It's like me asking you, what does your hearing sound like?
Yeah, yeah.
You also won't be able to explain it to me. But it is more difficult to hear for me still. Like when there's a lot of noise, everything becomes one noise. So always just make sure that you look at me in the face. I can see your lips. And then also that there is not too much background noise as well.
So according to her, she cannot deal with so much background noise. She cannot deal with, a lot of noise at the same time. She cannot deal with a lot of people talking with her at the same time. And when it comes to this competition, we know how it is. We know how it, the noise, the shouting, the hailing, how people are always shouting on them, Mia, 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 that kind of thing. The photography, everything is noisy. So I don't think she would have coped. I don't know how they actually persisted on pushing her to get to where she got to, because I knew that from day one, from watching her and hearing her talk about her implant and how it works, I actually know that there's no how she would have coped in that environment. The noise there is too much. Do you saw those videos when they walk on the streets and the cameras are everywhere and people are hailing them and shouting? It's always like that whenever they are going, people are always shouting and hailing them, and I don't know how they actually try to push her to the end of this race, because she struggled a lot.
School was a bit hard for me because I did struggle a lot with deaf fatigue. So deaf fatigue is when you have to really focus and concentrate on what people are saying all the time, so you get tired more easily, yes. It's like, for example, when you are writing an exam and you have to read questions and you have to comprehend it first. It's that it does get tiring, so I was very tired during school. Also, I did not always have access to all the information I needed. For example, class announcements, sometimes I will miss out on that.
Sure,
So
yeah.
yeah, I did have moments where I had some depression and it was hard.
Really?
Yeah, but I do have like an extreme ability to focus. Actually, it's actually one of my strong points, and I think that's actually why I actually got through school quite well.
Let me also add that this lady is also a strong woman. For her to even be able to get to where she is in life and everything she have achieved, a lot of people would have just given up and go back home and sleep. She's a marketing executive or something like that. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. So she have achieved a lot for herself. She's Miss Universe or Miss South Africa. For her to even achieve all these things, even with hearing aid and all that, she's a very strong person. I must give it to her. Seriously, I'm not making this video to talk down on her or say things about her that are not true. I'm just making this video to put it out to you here that she actually tried her best. But then who do I blame in all this? I blame the organizers of Miss South Africa because they knew her limits, but they pushed her beyond her limit. Of course, they know how her hearing aid works. Me watching these videos, I already know that there's no how she would have, be able to cope perfectly in Mexico. Imagine when they're going for dance rehearsals and, the music are playing. People that are hearing clearly, but she will struggle. She have to concentrate to hear. And before you know it, somebody out there is calling her, me, she's not going to be everywhere at the same time as a normal person that can hear normally. You can, be hearing your music and somebody call you out. You can be able to be at different places at the same time, but she cannot, because she have to really concentrate on things to be able to hear it. So South Africans, Miss Universe organizers or Miss South African organizers, they've been doing the business for a long time. Trustly, I will give it to them because they know the business of pageantry. They've been on it. If you check history of Miss Universe South Africa or Miss Universe, you will see that South Africa always gets to the top 10, the top 5 and all that. And even in recently, was it in 2023, they won this thing. So they know the game for so they know what they've been with Mia, they've worked with Mia, they know how far Mia can go. They still pushed her to almost to the end of it. This withdrawal did not happen overnight. She must have told them over and over again before this time that she couldn't do it. If you watched the program, you will hardly see her in some of the videos. This is because she couldn't cope with the noises out there. She couldn't cope with it. There is no how she would have coped with it. They saw all those things and they still decided to keep her there and try to make it work. But at the end of it didn't work. For people that are being insensitive on this situation, I also want us to know that she's also human. The same way we are saying that they should stop dragging Chichi, that Chichi is human, we should also let her be, because she's human. She's also going through a lot as a person, especially as a deaf person. Seriously, it's not easy for her in any way. If she have her way, of course she's not going to pull out the competition. Nobody wants to get this far to pull out. Nobody wants to get this far in life and give up. No, nobody wants to do that. Okay, she have seen that there is no how she would have made it to the end, and she decided, no, it's better for my own health, because if she continued, who knows what would have resulted to. But it's okay for her to withdraw because of her health. So let's stop being insensitive to this kind of thing. I know we are South Africans, we are quarreling, we are fighting, we are dragging, we want to make them know that I want to prove a point, but then let's also be considerate, especially when it have to do with someone that have one disability or the other. She's really struggling. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do to subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget to turn your post notification on so you'll be the first to know whenever I put out a new video. Thank you so much for your constant support on my channel. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next one. Peace. Happy weekend.